What is going on, y'all? Welcome to The Current. In this video, I'm going to make a brief, simple, and clear guide on how to quit weed. All right. First of all, I would like to say, make sure y'all are taking care of yourselves today. Hopefully you guys are blessed out here. Let me make this clear. I'm not talking to people who are, if someone's a stoner and they're happy with their life and they don't want to quit weed, okay. I'm not trying to convert you. I'm not trying to convince you. I don't care. I'm making this video, we all have this time that we're given, this gift of life. We can choose how we want to spend it. I'm making this video for people that are actually trying to quit, maybe struggling with it. I know a lot of people say weed isn't an addiction. It can be a mental addiction. I started at 14 years old. When your brain is still developing like that, you can create addictions by relying on things to get through life. A lot of people are addicted to other things that aren't physically addictive, like gambling and stuff, right? It can be an addiction, okay? So let me get right into it, guys. First of all, what you want to do is you want to make a list. Write a list, whether on a piece of paper or on your phone, of all the negative effects that you were noticing when you were a stoner. All the reasons that you don't want to smoke weed any longer. Write it down. And write the list in the past tense, meaning when I was a stoner, my mind was foggy constantly. Not when I smoke weed, my mind is foggy. Right? Make it past tense, because you're no longer a stoner. You're no longer going to be smoking weed. You're free, and you don't need to make it present tense. That doesn't make any sense. You want to make it past tense, okay? The next part is to not overthink it. Don't overthink the process. It's a very simple and easy process. You just stop smoking weed. Don't worry about a year from now, a month from now, a week from now. Focus on what we have, which is the present moment. In life, having these concepts like years and days and months that humans have created, they're very useful to organize our lives. They're very important. But when it comes to addiction, it can be detrimental to think about the future long term. It can be harmful because it overwhelms people. It makes it feel like it's such a daunting task, when realistically it's a very simple thing. All you can focus on is not getting high today. You don't have to worry about a week from now or a year from now, because if you don't get high today in the present moment, then a year from now, if you continue to do that, you will still be sober and clean from weed, okay? The other thing, guys, I want to mention is when it comes to withdrawals, don't worry about the withdrawals. They're not, even if you're someone who, smokes dab pens all day or oils or concentrates and you have a very high tolerance, don't worry about the withdrawals. You can get through it. You can get through it. People quit a lot harder drugs, okay? And people are able to stay clean. Know that it's possible. Know that you can get through it. Know that you have the strength to do it, because it's not that bad. And tell yourself, when you're going through cravings and withdrawals in the first few weeks, this is good. And the reason I say that it's good and that it's beneficial is because you're killing the addiction. The withdrawals are a sign from your body that it's not getting THC, which means you're killing the addiction, guys, okay? And then let's say you've passed through the first few weeks of withdrawals, but you're getting mental cravings because the physical withdrawals are now done and behind you, but you still find yourself craving it. That's when that list comes in handy. That's when you pull out your list and you go over all the different reasons that you wanted to quit in the first place, and you reinforce that in your mind. And as long as you do that, as long as you do these things where you have your list, you don't worry about the future, the long term, you just focus on not getting high today, and you continue to reinforce in your mind that weed is not your friend. It no longer serves you. Maybe at one point in your life it did serve you, but it no longer does, and it's not something you want to do anymore, and you just want to focus on letting go of dead weight and becoming a better version of yourself. If you do these things, quitting weed will be a very simple process, and it'll, it clears up mental space to just simplify things so that you can focus on other things in your life, other things that you're passionate about, discovering who you truly are without needing drugs and substances in your life to cope, right? Getting closer to your core, your true self, who you really are, without needing to get high and get fucked up. And because when you cut out a lot of the distractions, it brings you closer to who you truly are and what your true life purpose is. Like this video, guys. Get my content out there in the algorithm. Subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be making a lot more content about self-development and improvement. And I want this to be a community. Give me some comments. Let me know what you think. And stay blessed up.